All right, we're pleased to be joined today by Mike Norvell, head coach of the Florida State Seminoles. Coach Norvell, how are you feeling today after this weekend's win?
Well, it was a great weekend, a great kickstart to the 2025 season, a big win for this team, and obviously a great day for our university and all our supporters, and this the team in general as we got a chance to start off with a top 10 win and a 1-0 start.
Earning the Pop-Tarts Crazy Good Team of the Week isn't nothing. The National Team of the Week award from the FWA has been around for 20 plus years. What does it mean to your team to be recognized by the football writers for starting the season the way that it did?
I mean, you start back in January, and all things that you do or try to put yourself in the best position to go get off to a great start, and then put yourself in a position to go continue to get better as the season goes on. And we knew that we had a big game, and it was a great stage, great opportunity for us and our program, and for whatever the outside expectation might have been, for our team, they invested a great deal of work. I mean, they really pushed themselves. We've got a team that loves to compete, and have really earned a lot of confidence through the work that they've poured in. So to see them go out there and perform the way that they did, I was proud of them.
Now, I know you're not too concerned with outside expectations, but what do you think your team showed the country with that performance? There are a lot of doubters after last season to come in and play so strong against an opponent like that. Do you think you proved something?
Well, I mean, we did what we needed to do in game one, and ultimately, we don't control the outside perspective. We control what we're willing to go out and do on a daily basis, and I think that we did showcase a little bit of the identity of what this team, who we are and what we're about. I thought we played smart. I thought we played fast. It was definitely a physical game, and our guys showed a lot of toughness throughout that. And what I loved is just ultimately how we finished, and that's part of who we want to be, and our guys have really worked hard to put themselves in that position.
You mentioned your team's identity. Were there any particular moments that stood out where you felt your team's identity really shined on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a couple of just extremely tough runs. I think back to the Gavin Sawchuk run. That was one that you see him dragging, pushing multiple defenders into the end zone. The fourth down plays on defense where it was it came down to literally just a couple of inches, but the pursuit, the explosiveness. I mean, some of the physical hits. I thought all positions across our team really were the aggressors, in the physical nature of what we wanted that game to be, and then obviously the explosive plays. I mean, I thought your quarterback, Tommy Castellanos did an outstanding job. He plays in the run game, plays in the passing game, and then defensively just did a wonderful job in how we responded after giving up an opening game drive and touchdown. I mean, I thought our guys really locked in and were dominant throughout.
I know a big win is a big win, but it's also just one game, and you've got another game, against East Texas A&M this weekend. What's your message been to the team as you prepare and look ahead to week two?
Well, I mean, we knew the stage that we had in week one, the opportunity that was there, but our focus was truly on Florida State. It was on us. It was on making sure that we did all the things necessary to go be the best that we could be. And as we transition to week two, it's not about the opponent either, and it's still about our continued growth, our push. It was a great week in week one, but we left a lot of plays out there, and it was definitely not a perfect game. It was one that we have plenty of areas to continue to grow in, and so I want to see the application of that. I want to see this team go take another positive step, as we push to be the best that we can be, and we got a game here at Doak Campbell Stadium on Saturday to go get it done.
You're back at home again, of course. Can you share any thoughts on the stadium upgrades from your view, what you saw in week one? And I'm also curious how excited you and the team are about the football facility and getting in there in a few weeks here as well.
And it was the atmosphere on Saturday was incredible. I mean, as good as I've ever been in, and it was truly a great experience for our fans. I mean, it's a beautiful renovation to Doak Campbell Stadium. I mean, it was electric to get back to full capacity, sold out crowd. I mean, it was all things that are great about college football, and there's no better place than here at Florida State. And then in the football facility that we'll be moving into here this fall, I mean, it's state of the art. It'll be second to none. So so grateful for everybody that's been a part of that. Our wonderful boosters, our administration, just the continued investment into our program and helping these players have every resource to go maximize their talent and ability. And definitely excited about that.
Well, we certainly saw lots of talent and ability on display over the weekend here. We hope and expect to see more of it down the line. Congratulations again, Coach, on Pop Tarts Crazy Good Team of the Week. I think there's some Pop Tarts floating around the football facility now for you and the players to enjoy, and we'll look forward to what the rest of the season has in store.
Well, we're looking forward to those too. And thank you so much for having us on. And go Knowles.